Everybody, it's Mark Saunders with Saunders Realty. We are a residential sales and property management firm located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So I wanted to share with you probably the number one issue I see with people that manage their own property. So if you're an investor and you have your own properties that you manage, listen up, because this definitely concerns you. So a couple weeks ago, I got a call from a guy who has 20 properties, and he was wanting to turn over management to us. And I was kind of walking him through the process and everything. And I said, well, you'll need to first transfer all your security deposits over to us. And there was kind of an awkward pause on the phone. And he says, well, how long do I have to send you those funds? And I said, well, we need that pretty much when we sign your account up. And he says, well, that's going to be a problem because I've spent the security deposits. I don't have them. And I'll need 3 or 4 months to recoup that money. So in North Carolina, now keep in mind, depending on where you're watching this, every state's different. But in North Carolina, even if you're an individual investor, you don't have a real estate license or anything, you've got to keep the security deposits separate than your normal operating account or wherever you put the rents. The reason why, security deposits are not your money. Those are the tenant's funds. So what you need to do, and I would say probably out of the accounts that people turn their properties over to us to manage, I would say 90 to 95% of investors commingle those funds. And the problem with that is if you have to evict that tenant or you go to court and the tenant asks, is my money in its own separate trust account? And you say, no, it's in my checking account. You lose in court. The judge will throw out your case. In North Carolina, that's the rule. And you have to refund the security deposit no matter what. So you could have had a 12-month lease. The tenant moved out in 2 months, broke the lease, trashed the house or the property, and because you've commingled the funds, you have to return their security deposit. So it's an easy fix. All you have to do is go to wherever you bank, I don't know, BB&T, for example, and set up another checking account. And this time, call it a deposit or an escrow account. So if I was an individual investor for Mark Investment Properties, I would have 2 checking accounts. One, my checking account that the rent's going to, and then I have another one that would be called Mark's Investment LLC Deposits. Now, whenever a tenant moves in, they give you $1,000 rent and $1,000 security deposit. You're going to split them up and put them into 2 different accounts. The security deposit is going to go into the security deposit account, and it's just going to sit there. You're not going to touch it. You're not going to do anything with it. It's going to sit there till the tenant moves out. And then the deposit and all is going to go into your checking account. So check your accounts. Make sure the security deposit is not sitting in a checking account. It needs to be sitting off by itself. Now, if you're a real estate agent and you've commingled the accounts together, you can be in big, big trouble by the real estate commission. So that would be considering commingling funds, and that could be a big issue. Possibly might lose your license. So be sure you check into that and make sure you have your own security deposit set aside. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you're viewing this on our YouTube page, click the subscribe button. If you're watching it on Facebook, leave some remarks below. If you have any rental properties, property management questions, ask. We are hopefully going to answer a lot of questions here on our YouTube video page. Thanks again. This is Mark Saunders with Saunders Realty in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Thanks. Bye.